Hey guys, here are 3 ways to rapidly build your email list so you can grow an audience and make more money online. Welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is Mick Meaney and I'm here to help you to get traffic so you can profit from your passions. And today we're talking about email list building. I'm going to give you some awesome strategies that you can use straight away to increase your subscriber count. You're going to learn 4 ways to capture visitors and turn them into leads. I'm going to give you the 7 essential components to make irresistible offers or lead magnets so people feel compelled to sign up to your email list. You're going to learn 3 new types of lead magnet to use, and these will really help you stand out against what everybody else is doing. So you're really stealing a march on your competition with this stuff today. But you might remember last week I showed you the traffic spike system, how one of my students managed to get 4,000 visitors to his website. Well, this is a follow-on from that because you know that I've been showing you how to get traffic really fast. But what good is that traffic unless it leads to something, right? So we need to convert that traffic into leads so you can profit on the back end. What do I mean by profit on the back end? Well, if a visitor lands on your website and you make an offer to them to maybe buy a product that you're selling or an affiliate offer, and they decline the offer, which is most likely because your conversion rate on cold traffic is going to be around 1%. So that means 99% of the people who visit your site will just leave empty-handed. They won't purchase from you, they won't take any action. So what we need to do is make sure that a higher percentage of the people who visit your website take some form of action, and it will allow you to promote to them over and over and over again. So if you don't capture them as a lead, they'll leave your website forever. You'll never see them again. You'll never have an opportunity to do business with them again. So that's why we capture them as a lead, so we can deliver value to them, build trust, which is essential, build rapport, and then when they know that we have their best interests at heart, then we can make an offer and say, well, there's also this other product that you might like as well. So what I'm going to show you here today took me a long time to figure out. I first started this internet stuff about 20 years ago, so I've got lots of experience. So I'm just going to show you what works so you can replicate it for yourself. So when you're capturing leads on your website, you need to be aggressive. So you need to make sure that every single person who visits your website has multiple opportunities to subscribe to your email list. That's what I mean by being aggressive about that. So don't let anyone leave your website empty-handed. So the 4 ways that I capture leads on my website are scroll mats. So this is when they land on the website immediately, a form will drop down. It will take over the entire screen, the entire browser window, and then they will have the opportunity to opt in. So as soon as they land on the website, that's what they're presented with. A lot of people will decline that because of course, they don't know me. They don't know what type of content I produce. So a small percentage will opt in, but the majority won't. So for the people who don't opt in, I have a sidebar opt-in. So as they're scrolling through my website, receiving my content, getting value from me, they can see that I've got something else on offer if they want to grab that. But because they're engaged with the content, they might not necessarily want to leave that content immediately and go opt in to something else. So for that, for those people, we have something called content upgrades. So this is something that closely matches the content that they're currently reading. Maybe it's a checklist or something else. I'm actually going to run you through a few options in a minute, but we give them something else that relates to the content they're engaged with, and then they can opt in to receive that, and then they're on the email list. And then another way is to use exit intent pop-ups. So as soon as someone goes to leave the browser window, again, the pop-up takes over the browser window and asks them to opt in for a freebie. So that's exit intent pop-ups. And you might have noticed that with all these 4 methods, I haven't mentioned squeeze pages. And that's because I'm talking about how to get subscribers directly from your content today. Squeeze pages do work for paid traffic and solo ads, that kind of thing. But if we're talking about organic traffic following on from the methods that I've already given you on Profit Copilot to drive traffic to your website, this is how you convert that traffic into subscribers. Right, so before you make your lead magnet, there's 7 elements that you need to be aware of. These are the 7 essential components of every successful lead magnet. So the first thing, it has to solve a problem, a real problem. So you have to know who you're talking to, what they want to achieve. So the lead magnet has to promise to solve that problem. It has to give a quick win, one quick win. Okay, so we're not talking about a 30-page PDF. And I know you might believe that in doing that, in offering a really big ebook in exchange for an email address, you might believe that that is a way to deliver enormous value to your marketplace. I'm going to encourage you, I'm going to ask you to not do that, because while it might seem like a good idea on the surface, in fact, what we want to do is move your prospects from one state, from not knowing you or trusting you, to trusting you enough to do business with you. And if we put a 30-page PDF in the middle of that, what's going to happen? The first thing is only a very small percentage of people who subscribe are actually going to consume that entire book. So we want to make sure that the quick win we give is exactly that, a quick win. So we don't want to overload them with information. We want to move them from that state of not knowing you, not trusting you, move them over to that end point of taking out their credit card, saying, this is the guy for me, and then doing business with you. We want to shorten that process really quickly. So to do that, you have to give them a quick win. Number 3, I want you to give specific results. So instead of having a bunch of vague ideas or promises, I want you to get really specific. I want you to know absolutely what the end result is for someone who subscribes for your lead magnet. Then number 4, you have to make it quick to digest. So we've already said no big long PDFs, right? We want to be thinking about giving very fast results. So make sure that whatever format you use for your lead magnet, that people can consume that content quickly. Number 5, it has to be of high value or high perceived value. What do I mean by high perceived value? Well, it's a digital download, right? Or content online, which might not carry that much perceived value, but the value is in the results that they can obtain from using it. So that's what we put the emphasis on. You might even want to put a price tag if you believe that your lead magnet has monetary value. So you'll notice on some of my lead magnets, I will put a price tag, say this information, this content is worth so many $100, because it is. If someone implements that stuff and when they get the results, that's the end result value of that content. So you might want to think about putting some kind of monetary value on that lead magnet. Number 6, it's got to be instantly accessible. So the instant they subscribe to your email list, there has to be an email that gives them access to the lead magnet. We don't make them jump through any other hoops or anything like that. We give them what we promised them straight away. And then number 7, we use the lead magnet to demonstrate your unique value proposition. So this is how you can separate yourself from everybody else in your marketplace. So when you have all of these elements working in perfect alignment, it makes sure that your lead magnet is shareable, it's irresistible to your potential customers or your prospects. And if you also approach it with the thought that you're going to create educational content, this is really important. So online, there's 3 ways of engaging an audience and making profit from that. So the first way is educational content. The second way is inspirational content. The third way is through entertainment. But to make life easy on us, we want to focus on either on educational content or on inspiring content. Those 2 will work really well for lead magnets. So the 3 types of lead magnet that I'm going to tell you about today. Well, the first one is called the challenge. So this is where you challenge your audience to make positive change in their life. So you ask them to take action and get results. So think about things like a 3-day challenge, a 7-day challenge, 30-day challenge. You know, my favorite one is a 90-day challenge. I love doing 90-day challenges because over the course of 90 days, you can get amazing results and they are proven to work. So think about what is applicable to your audience. What can you challenge them to do and in what time frame? If you need some inspiration, have a look at Music Radar. They did a 30-day guitar challenge to help people improve their playing skills. And they actually hijacked an international event for guitar players and they helped celebrate that event or the lead up to that event by running this 30-day guitar challenge. There's also the Step It Up challenge, and this is for people who want to lose weight, get in shape. And as a result of this challenge, that website received mass media exposure. They did very well and they built an email list very quickly as a result. So the second way is to create a tutorial series. So again, with the educational content, and this actually builds anticipation. It creates curiosity because if we're creating a series, so we're giving one piece of content every day for a set number of days, this will trigger people's curiosity about what's next. And that keeps people engaged with you, your website, and your message for longer. So to make these series work, you need to teach them a new skill and you have to help them overcome one of their problems. To do that, you give actionable advice or you can give them feel-good advice. Both will work really well. And if you want an example of that, have a look at one of my lead magnets. So if you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic, you're going to see what I offer. So I promise people new ways to drive traffic. So every day I email out a brand new traffic source and it absolutely gives my audience, my subscribers, real value. So I use that to build trust, to demonstrate that I know what I'm talking about and I actually do have their best interests at heart long before making a pitch. And then the third way is to pre-launch something. So this is when you have a new content column. What's a content column? Well, if you're creating content on the internet, chances are you're doing one of three formats. So it could be articles, videos, or podcasts. These are the big three content columns that we use. So maybe you've started with a blog and you know that you want to grow your audience faster, so you're going to bring in a new content column. So maybe you're going to repurpose your blog posts into podcasts. To do that, to help build anticipation and hype for that launch, we use this type of lead magnet. So we make an announcement about this new format which is launching, and then we do something called prime and batch. So we prime the audience with little teaser content with promises of what's to come, and then in the background, while that is going on, we're teasing our audience about this new format that's coming out. We batch content in advance. So we create multiple episodes and then have them ready to go. And we do that so we don't run out of steam or lose focus. We have that ready to go in advance. And this actually works if you're launching a community, maybe a Facebook group, or even if you want to drive traffic to a new social media profile. You can use this method to do that. All we do is we warm people up by announcing what's coming next, and then we create a whole batch of content for that particular format or that platform. And then we drip that content on a regular schedule so people know what to expect and when to expect it. So there's the daily content challenge that I've run you through, the tutorial series, and the pre-launch. Well, what if you want more traffic? What if you want new traffic sources so you can build that email list faster? Well, you can get them for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys.